Hey everyone, I has a bag once again, and in this bag I will find Lego stuffs. This is an order directly from Lego. It's a bricks and pieces order. As soon as I've said that, I know that everybody's gonna be jumping to the comment section saying, "No, bricks and pieces is closed because coronavirus." That's mostly true, actually. This order, as well as one other order that I placed shortly after it, both of these were placed weeks ago, long before they closed the thing down. For people who are not familiar with that news that came out, I don't know, a few days ago, something like that, they have shut down the bricks and pieces purchasing process for folks like me who just want to buy parts directly from them. They've done that so that they can continue to have the part ordering process available to people who need replacement parts if they've gotten defective parts with their sets, and people who are missing pieces, who've gotten sets that just don't have a particular part, so they're not able to complete the set. So they're focusing on those core customers, which absolutely totally makes sense. It's an excellent compromise that just makes every kind of possible sense, and they're focusing so that they can reduce staffing and increase hygiene and safety measures at the warehouse and or warehouses where they do those where they fulfill those orders. So they've got less people working. They're putting more space between them. They're desanitizing surfaces and people directly more frequently. So all that just slows everything down. So rather than having folks like me coming through and slowing them down even further, they're just going to focus on their core customers. So I support that 100%. But in the meantime, I did make 2 other orders, not thinking that they were ever going to shut this down, but just because I was behind on parts and wanted them. So I placed those orders. They have finally arrived. Here's the first one. I'm not going to wait for the second. Don't need a knife or a pair of scissors or anything to open this, because this is mostly renewable packaging here. Inside is not renewable packaging. Just a single big plastic. This is just how they do it. This is, I don't know if they put the parts directly into this bag or if they have like a handheld tray or something that they put the parts into. Is there anything else? Oh, this is just my receipt. All right, that's it. Let me get a little tray myself so I can spill these out and start maybe sorting them out a bit for you. All right, I went with 2 trays. More trays, more fun. 2 trays. Anybody remembers what that's a reference to? Please give yourself a shout out in the comments. You deserve it. So, lots of cool stuff in here. These are the Spike Prime wheels, but just in white. They introduced this. Did they do them in black yet for Spike Prime itself, or are these just from that Ninjago Season 12 set? Well, anyway, I got 4 of them. These are probably not ever going to be used in a custom build that I'll put into my Lego City or anything, but these are just fantastic tires and wheels for practical use. So these will be for more experiments and possible practical uses with robotics and automation and just other things that I want to experiment with eventually in some other way, because they're just physically and scientifically interesting, very efficient. These pieces here are also very interesting. They're very, very close to the super rare dish pieces in trans light blue that were only made available for the original UCS Millennium Falcon, and they cost an arm and a leg, but these are new ones that are opal. Opal. Look at that. They're different. They got a little interesting shine on them, and they're a little bit frosted looking, a little bit iridescent. Looks like it's a pink iridescent or magenta. Yeah, magenta. It's different. Will I use these? I'm not sure. I needed to get the pieces though. These are from the Fiat 500. These are 4 by, what is that? What's the height of that? It's not 2. It's like 2 and maybe 2 2/3 or something. I don't know. I don't know the exact dimensions of these offhand. 4 stud width at the base, bow pieces in the new form of clear, which is a little bit frosted, a little bit bluish, a little bit iridescent as well. But it works fine. I'm getting used to it more and more. It's just different. There's another one of those. Yeah, one of these nice, well, I guess it's, I was going to say 6 stud wide, but it's like 4 stud wide plus a little. Dump truck pieces, very, very nostalgic for me. Reminds me of one of my first Lego sets, which was a maintenance yard set. I keep forgetting the specific name of it, but I played with it quite a bit, and it had things like this. And I want to make just a small dump truck for old time's sake, using this with the proper yellow color. Got some coral pieces in coral. Mentioned that I was going to do that. And I've got some in the teal color, and I've got them in coral. Coral in coral is perfect, of course. Extra newest classic cruiser form of the motorcycle main body pieces that work with the modern super bike chassis. Got the red and the dark orange if I'm not going to keep the sets that those came in. Got some of these nice globular parts in just regular black. I think they were fairly expensive, that's why I didn't get too many of them. I mean, these from the Chinese New Year set, or sets. Red pumpkins. I like that idea, red pumpkins. Using them as red pumpkins, you know, as actual fruit. Why not? There's those. Got myself some of these because I actually did not yet place the replacement part order. I still could today. Oh no. Oh, did I get 4? Dang it. Still may need to place that order because I wanted to get 4 to actually use in the city for something at some point, you know, just to have them available to use. But then I also need one as a replacement part for my Luke's land speeder, which had a defective colored one that was too light. You know, the whole thing was just too light. It wasn't scratched or anything. It was just too light. It was like a light bluish gray. These are great. These little things. Are you kidding me? I think they were a little bit on the expensive side as well, but I did get a fair number of them. Maybe they weren't that bad. I usually don't get more than like 4 at the most of parts that seem too expensive to me, where I feel like I should just wait for them to come up on Bricklink. Because stuff on Bricklink can be cheaper than getting stuff directly from Lego sometimes. Even though Bricklink is now Lego, will they change that in the future? I don't know. But for now, these are cool pieces, and I got a fair number of them. That's good. These globular parts in white. They sound kind of cool. Oh, wow. You know what they remind me of? Homemaker heads. Lego Homemaker heads from their old Maxi Figs. They look very much like those. That's those. Keep these in groups just for, I don't know, sake of making them look nice off to the side. These are from the Sith TIE... What was that thing called? Was it the Sith TIE Fighter? Is that what they called it? The TIE Dagger? These are a new design for 2020 sets. It came out in late 2019. And I only got the black ones, not the red ones, because the red ones aren't as useful, because red is not a color that you can use for as many things. Eventually, these will surely come out in different colors, and I will collect a lot of them. But goodness, I got a bunch of them, didn't I? Left and right, both. I think I probably got 20 of each. Sounds like a number I would go for. Wow. They just keep coming. All right. I think that's it. Looks like it. Just put those right here to help keep those rounded pieces in check. Speaking of rounded pieces, some Astromech heads in black. I thought I already had a bunch of these, but I guess I was just looking at the parts page for them and went ahead and got multiple colors because I mostly went in to get this color, which is the Bricklink is now, I believe, calling it just Nougat rather than dark flesh, or rather than just regular flesh. It's kind of a uncommon color. I appreciate that because, calling it flesh, it's kind of a ethnic, racial element to that. Like, whose flesh? So nougat, that works. Just put it into the nougat scheme. Heart pieces, these are the smaller ones. I didn't get any of the bigger ones. I don't think I'll have as much use or potential future use for the bigger ones as for these little 3-stud ones in the like hot pink fuchsia magenta color, and then red, and a little bit of, I've been having trouble lately distinguishing visually between bright green and regular green. That's bright green right there though, for sure. These are gonna go over here. Start separating out some others. These classic pieces in white. Got a fair number of them right there. I'll find some more amongst these. And then I got white croissants and bananas. Banana! For the sake of shaping and such. Croissant. Croissant. Ugh. I shouldn't try too hard. It just is more embarrassing for me. Not good at those guttural sounds. Folks grew up in France or French parts of Canada or Germany. It's like, what? You just do this. Just make the sound. What? Why is it so hard for you? Well, things can be hard when you don't grow up with them. Kind of like listening to some Middle Eastern music that it has sounds that just aren't defined in traditional Western music theory and such. It's just different, All right, I've got most of those separated out. I'm kind of doing myself a little bit of service here by sorting these in advance. It greatly increases the chance that after, within a day of filming this video, I will actually put them away, as opposed to just putting them all back together to get them out of the way and then putting off sorting them until an unknown later date. These pieces also go with the ones I pulled out. They are teal. Ha ha ha. What else? I got a couple of the smaller cake topper pieces. Cake. And these are torsos. They are good. Both dark green. Just a total coincidence. This is bright green. Bright green was that Sabine Wren hair. Originally the mold, right? And then a couple of these dark orange colored regular helmet parts, just to have spares of those to use however I wish. One each spare of the new style of welding helmet visor parts. They fit on like visors. As a matter of fact, I can do that right now. Like so. Yeah. Works out nicely. It's a good part. Glad they made it. Just one of these. Hey, there's a spare one of these. Figured I'd come across one. Just a old thing. And then these are printed. They look pretty good. I want to use them for fancy, fountains or lobby decorations, something like that. I've got at least a couple of these. I want to get these in more colors as well. Just the hoodie hoods. These came from I think these were first introduced in the architecture set for Dubai. Got a bunch of those. They're painted gold. These are prints as well, which you can use to create kind of a snaking design, or you can create arches. I'll probably use them as arches, or you can go all the way around, make a full circle. And then these are also prints here. Very nice. Little crosswalk, micro scale crosswalk print. Good. I did get these. I had a single one of these on my desk. It was a spare part from one of those sets. I don't remember which one it was. In white. It's a pneumatic T-piece, but in white. And I had left one of these pieces on my desk to remind myself to get those. But as it turns out, I had already gotten some of them, ordered some of them. These are useful keyboard pieces. They're just 1x2, so I can make any type, any size of keyboard that I want. This is the most useful keyboard piece that LEGO's ever made, and I appreciate it so much. They've done 2x4s. They're stickered. I think that they've done stickered and printed ones, multiple designs. I think they did a 1x3, so 1x4, 1x3 that had a sticker. I think for a friend's set. And then these are 1x2 and they're printed and they're perfect. And a story. Vita Rush, yes. Got some extras of those because I liked them. 1x2 slope piece. Cheese slope. And wasn't there one other thing here that two things. What? What's up with that? I didn't order that. A single tan 1x2 tile? Somebody screwed up. Somebody's gonna hear from me. Somebody's manager is gonna hear from me. Did not order that piece. It's tan. Didn't order it. All right. Last thing. Saving this. I think this comes from one of those random. Does this come from a random pack? One of the new Friends random packs, or is it actually included in a set? I think it comes from one of the random ones where they give you one of 3 in each as part of their add extra animals to sets initiative of the 2020s. And this is one of the main ones that I wanted to get. The golden hamster. Is it a hamster? Is it a squirrel? I mean, what is it? What is that even? Somebody tell me exactly what that is. I want scientific specificity. I want genus and species. Even variety. Like, which particular geographic version is it? Variety is it? I want the entire history. I want to know exactly what it eats and what it ate before the rise of human modern civilization as well. I want every single detail, so get on that. That's a Bricks and Pieces haul. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you saw something in here that you found to be interesting. Hopefully multiple somethings. And I guess I didn't give you that much guidance as to what I'm going to do with all of these things this time around. Some of them are just, a bunch of them are just things that I need to have in my collection, to have them available so that when I start to build something, I will have them, have them available and be able to grab them. Because otherwise, I don't like to make Bricklink hauls and such in order to continue with a build that I'm doing. I want to build with the pieces that I have on hand. So I kind of cheat, I guess. I cheat on my own behalf by getting more pieces on hand. Anyway, that's what I got this time. I do have one other order coming, and I believe it's a smaller one. Don't remember exactly why there are 2. I ordered the 2 within like a week of each other. I don't remember. There's been too much going on lately. It's just skipped my brain. Anyway, that's it for this one. I will try to be sure to put at least most of this stuff away soon because, again, review season is coming to an end rapidly. I'm doing my best. I've slowed down a little bit, but I'm trying to get through that last stuff. It's time for me to work on some custom stuff. I want to work on custom stuff. It hurts. It physically hurts at some points of some days. So I'm gonna do it. Yes. So these parts will be used. Look for them. Talk to you again soon.